Hey everybody, welcome to the Cow Emporium. What is going on? I am outside today. It is a beautiful day. It is March 19th today, and I'm in the garden. You might wonder what's going on. So here, let's take a look. So as you saw earlier, I added some amendments to this garden bed, and this is what I've got for garden bed here. It is 4 feet by 8 feet, so it's a double standard square box. And what I've got here is I put my amendments in. I put some cattle manure compost that was store-bought in, and a little bit of the leftover bags of potting mix. And I mixed it all in and I raked it. And then I sorted out roughly half the garden, maybe just a tad more. Half the garden, if we're calling it 8 feet. And I sorted out 16 squares here. And so in each square, I have what I'm going to be growing. So I have some radishes, some pak choi, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, butterhead lettuce, price head lettuce, Chinese cabbage, cat's eye mustard, spinach, romaine lettuce. Now down here on the end, I got kohlrabies. And guys, I don't know how many years I've been gardening, and it says here on the kohlrabies, plant outside as soon as the ground can be worked. Well, hot diggity, because here they go. Some winter blend kale, some more kohlrabies, and some beets. Because guys, I love kohlrabies, and normally I wait so late to plant them, and I never thought to plant them early because we get terrible cabbage moss here, and they don't fit inside my cabbage tunnel I make very well because they're much taller. So let's plant them early and see what happens. Okay, so in these squares, so say a 1 by 1 square, you're gonna have 16 1 foot by 1 foot square. You're gonna have 16 holes to plant stuff in. That doesn't mean that you should plant 16 lettuces, because you still want to plant according to what it says here, planting 8 inches apart, row spacing 18 inches. Well, clearly I'm not going to follow directions. I mean, what are garden rules if they're not meant to be broken sometimes? So let's see what I'm going to do here. I'm certainly, going to use judgment when I'm putting in the lettuces and stuff, but I'll be harvesting the lettuces, so it's not really going to matter because they're not necessarily going to get big, because we're dying for some fresh garden stuff here. So let's get planting. So over the years, one of the things that really, you know how, say you're with somebody and they are a very calm, organized person, got their stuff together, and that's the way Glenn is. He likes to do things just so, right? He's a little bit fussy. Maybe you've, all noticed that, but it's not like it's a bad thing. So he was really into, this is a brand new one, direct seed only. Okay, well, here we go. He really, taught me about gardening, and in particular, say, square foot gardening. So these lettuces look like something that I could maybe, I got lettuce here, radishes here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put, some on the outside. I'm gonna make my own holes. So I'm gonna plant 4 in here. And I put more than 1 seed in each, right? Just because I don't know that they're going to germinate properly. So I got 2 here and 2 here. So let's cover those up. And I'm not going to necessarily water these things in because it's going to be, we're going to be getting some snow and stuff here. So look how beautiful these are. These are the Easter blend or Easter egg radishes, and these are gorgeous. I grew these at the very last of the season last year, and so I was harvesting right kind of when it was going to be, you know, the end of it. So we were going to be freezing, and it was going to be ridiculous, the whole winter ridiculous thing happening, and so I harvested them, and I had the most beautiful bouquet of Easter egg radishes. So I'm going to see maybe if I can find a picture. I'll throw them up for some b-roll here for you. Glenn tells me before I come out here, he says, you know, Nat, you make sure that you write down where you've planted stuff or mark it so you don't forget. And I said, well, I'm going to make a video so then I can go back through and I can watch what's going on. So I just gently pat down the dirt because I don't want any air happening to be in there. Oh, oh, look at this. The seeds are coming out of the top of this package. Well, that's great. So my butterhead lettuce is going to be mixed up with my prize head lettuce. That's whatever. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here. So instead, I'm going to just make the 4 holes. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more lettuce seeds here. I didn't quite open it right. So this is my favorite time of year, and so many of my friends down in the States, Australia, you guys have been growing and planting things, you know, potentially year-round where you live, and I've just been a tad bit jealous. The Chinese cabbage, I don't think that it's going to bother it too much if it gets cold. However, what's going to happen is that, like this one here, I'm going to do 4, okay? So what's going to happen is that I'm going to probably end up covering this with some garden fabric, which I have discovered is extremely good frost cover. So by extremely good for us means it covers up down to about 5 below Celsius or so, 6 below Celsius maybe, and that is just awesome. These mustard greens, I have several different varieties, so I have 2 more in my pocket. I also have radishes, because you know that's what pockets are for this time of year, right? I have these 2 different varieties of mustards to grow too. Like this one here is so beautiful with the purple, and I love that it's so like spicy, and when you don't get to eat it all and it goes to seed, they have the most beautiful yellow flowers on them. So I am going to I'm going to redo these holes here kind of, because this seed, guys, is very tiny and I don't want it to get lost in the dirt. So I'm going to plant my 16 sections in here. And you know, when the plants start to come up to start with, it's like, oh, Nat didn't do her 16 holes very evenly, or, you know, whatever. But then it starts to fill in, and by then it doesn't matter, right? Wow, you guys, those are swans. They're beautiful. Okay, last one going in, romaine lettuce. So I am just gonna eat this like baby romaine, so I'm not too worried about how close it is together. Plus, you know, I mean, if too much of this is coming up or whatever, guess who would be super happy to eat it? Glenn. Okay, here you go. Now let's take a closer look. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna not leave these sticks here because they'll blow away. But what I'll probably do is take this one big stick and I'll leave it down at the end there to show that that's where this ends. So there it is. I know it doesn't look like much right now, so I'll bring you back as things start to come up, and I'm interested to see what will grow and what won't grow. I'm not watering this in because, like, it's only March 19th. We're bound to get more snow or some rain or something, and I don't want it to be a big ice block and just, I don't know what it would do to the seeds. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you again the next time. Take care for now. Bye.